As I have told you yesterday, that we'll begin in this lecture semester 1 foundation course, chapter number 1, overview of Indian society. So as the title suggests, what are the things we are going to learn here? What are the various topics, points we are going to learn here? We are going to understand Indian society, how Indian society is, what are the various aspects of Indian society are. All those things we are going to understand here. It is the overview of Indian society. So in simple terms, we are going to understand Indian society, its different aspects, the variety, the nature of Indian society, its characteristics, and so on. So let us begin. To understand Indian society and its multicultural diversity, first we have to understand these two concepts I have given on the slide. First is multiculturalism. Let us understand that first. What is this multiculturalism? It refers to the appreciation, acceptance, and promotion of multiple cultures. Pay attention properly. What is this? It refers to appreciation, acceptance, promotion of multiple cultures. Did you understand anything? कुछ समझ में आ गया? पल्ले पड़ा कुछ? Understood this without explaining? Now, see, in India, different, multiple cultures. Multi means many. Multiple cultures are there. But in that nation or in that country, those multiple cultures, when those are appreciated, appreciate karna matlab praise karna, usko sarhana, okay, it is called as appreciation. So all the multiple cultures in India, different culture, people belonging to different cultures live side by side happily. We appreciate, we enjoy the culture of other people, we enjoy the food of other people, the people belonging to other culture. Say for example, South Indian cuisine. We all are fond of South Indian cuisine. Doesn't matter where do we reside. Correct. So we accept it. We accept their food habit. Even sometimes we accept their clothing style also. Now, though we are, say for example, sari, girls now wear Bengali sari, Gujarati sari, then Nawari, different kinds of sari types are there, and those belong to different, those are part of different cultures. But any woman or any girl belonging to any culture, now they wear those type of saris. Even boys, South Indian style clothing style is different, North Indian clothing style is different, but still people living in India, they don't make any kind of boundaries between their culture. They don't separate themselves from each other. Instead, they accept the culture of other people. They accept, sometimes even they enjoy their festivals. Correct. So we accept their different kinds of clothing style, food habits, even we appreciate it. We happily enjoy all those different clothing styles, food, their practices, different practices, all those things we appreciate as well as we accept. So it is called as multiculturalism. And in India, we find multiculturalism. Different cultures are there, and people belonging to different culture, they accept each other culture as well as they appreciate each other's culture. Correct? करते हैं ना हम लोग appreciate? Yes or no? Okay, next is pluralism. Now what is this pluralism? Listen properly. ये बहुत लेंदी डेफिनेशन है, तो कंफ्यूजन बिल्कुल भी नहीं करना है आपको. Now see here, pluralism refers to existence. Now here आपको ध्यान देना है. What is this? Existence. Existence of what? Existence of Wait a minute. Existence of groups. These are groups, but these groups are distinctive. Difference, there is a difference. There is a difference in ethnic origin, cultural patterns, language, religion, etc. So these different groups having different culture, different language, different religion, they exist in a nation or in a society, then it is called as pluralism. एक group है. There are many groups, and all those different groups, they have different culture, different ethnic origin, language, religion. उनकी language अलग है, उनका religion अलग है, cultural patterns अलग है, उनका ethnic origin अलग है. ऐसे अलग अलग group अगर एक nation में exist करते हैं, होते हैं, अगर एक सोसाइटी में होते हैं या फिर नेशन में होते हैं या फिर कंट्री में होते हैं, तो उसे बोलते हैं प्लूरलिज्म. And in India, we have pluralism. In Indian society is pluralistic as well as multicultural in nature. इंडियन सोसाइटी मल्टीकल्चरल है, अलग अलग कल्चर से वो अप्रिशिएट भी करते हो आप कल्चर. एंड प्लूरलिस्टिक मीन्स ये जो ग्रुप्स है, डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स है, उनका कल्चर अलग, रिलीजन अलग, लैंग्वेज अलग, फिर भी वो पाए जाते हैं वो पर्टिकुलर नेशन में, पर्टिकुलर कंट्री में, तो उसे प्लूरलिज्म बोलते हैं. तो प्लूरलिस्टिक है इंडियन सोसाइटी. multiculturalism is there in Indian society. Correct. And when we consider this pluralism, one of the important element is all the groups, they get equal opportunity or treatment. अगर ये अलग अलग ग्रुप है ना, but those different groups are not treated differently. ये जो डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स है उनको अलग अलग तरीके से ट्रीटमेंट बिल्कुल भी नहीं मिलती है. इंस्टेड ये सभी जो ग्रुप्स है उनको एक तरीके की ही ट्रीटमेंट दी जाती है. इक्वल ट्रीटमेंट, इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज आर गिवन टू ऑल दीज ग्रुप्स. अंडरस्टूड मल्टीकल्चरलिज्म एंड प्लूरलिज्म? समझ में आ गया आपको क्या है मल्टीकल्चरलिज्म, क्या है प्लूरलिज्म? Shall we move ahead? Okay. Now let us understand characteristics of Indian culture. How Indian society, we understood, it is multicultural, it is pluralistic in nature, and the same point, how it is multicultural, how it is pluralistic in nature, is given in the next point, that is characteristics of Indian culture. Okay, suppose exam में अगर ऑफलाइन एग्जाम होती है तो उसमें आपको पूछा जा सकता है एक्सप्लेन और इलेबोरेट इंडियन सोसाइटी as the multicultural and pluralistic society. So in that case, you have to write all these points only. First explain what is multiculturalism, what is pluralism, and then explain all these points. Okay. Now let us understand what are the various characteristics of Indian culture are. The first is multilingual. Multi means many, lingual means language. So in India, we find different, many languages are spoken by people. बहुत से languages बोलते हैं ना people in India. Then how many languages are there? There are total 1652 languages and dialects are spoken in India. कितने हैं? 1652 languages and dialects. ये only languages नहीं है, dialects मिला के ये total number है 1652 languages and dialects. Now you might wonder what is this dialect? Dialect is nothing but a variety of a language. एक language है, say for example मराठी. मराठी एक लैंग्वेज है, उसकी अलग अलग वैरायटी पाई जाते हैं, से कोंकणी मराठी, विदर्भियन मराठी, पुनेरी मराठी. So these difference in the say pronunciation, certain words. Okay, so that variety of that Marathi language are called dialects. So Puneri Marathi is one of the dialect of Marathi language. Vidarbhian Marathi is one of the dialect of language. Got it? So the total number of languages and dialects which are spoken in India is 1652. But the next point is also important. Indian Constitution has recognized only 22 major languages. इतने लैंग्वेजेस एंड डायलेक्ट्स है ना, 1652 लैंग्वेजेस एंड डायलेक्ट्स है, उसमें से कितने रिकॉग्नाइज किए हैं, कितने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में दिए गए हैं एज अ मेजर लैंग्वेजेस? ओनली 22 लैंग्वेजेस. कितने लैंग्वेजेस? ओनली 22 लैंग्वेजेस आर गिवन in Indian Constitution. This is very important for your objective type question. Both the numbers you have to remember. ये दोनों नंबर आपको याद रखना है, 1652 as well as 22. 1652 are languages and dialects spoken in India, whereas how many are given in Indian Constitution? In Indian Constitution, only 22 languages, major languages are recognized, listed. Okay. Next is multi-religion. We all know that in India, there are a number of different religions. People belonging, religions are practices, and people belonging to different religion, they live with each other happily. Correct? So number of different major religions of world are found in India. World में जो सभी major religion है वो इंडिया में पाए जाते हैं. But do you, India does have any official religion? इंडिया की मतलब भारत की एक ऐसा कोई धर्म, एक ऑफिशियल धर्म के ऐसे बताया गया है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में? Is it given? Have you ever learned? No, it is not at all. It is not at all given. Correct? It is not at all given that which language is the official language. No, which religion is the official religion? All religions are equal. Secularism is followed in India. Secularism means there will not be any official religion. All religions will be treated equally in front of the constitution. Okay? But 4 religions have got originated from India. कौन-कौन से 4 religion है? Even this is important for your objective. कौन-कौन से 4 religion है? Those have got originated in India: Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. These 4 religions have got originated in India. And now let us understand the percentage. How many people follow out of the total population, follow which religion? As per 2011 census, 80.5% of India's population follows Hinduism. Islam, 13.4% of the total population follows Islam, whereas 6.1% of the population follow other religions. So which is the most which religion is mostly followed by people in India? It is Hinduism, because 80.5% of India's total population follows Hinduism. Okay. Even in the exam question can be like this. Say 13.4% of total population follows blank religion. Option can be Islam, Hinduism, Christianism, Buddhism. So you have to select the proper option. It is Islam. The correct answer is Islam. So you should remember all these percentage, which is the most followed religion by the Indian people. All these questions you should remember, or you can jot it down in your notebook. So many religions are followed in Indian society, in Indian culture. Next is caste system. This is very peculiar characteristic of Indian culture. Peculiar means which is found in Indian culture only. That's why it is one of the striking characteristic of Indian culture. Caste system is not found anywhere else. It is found only in India. Okay, so in India only we find caste, subcaste, and so on. Indian Constitution Order 1950 lists 1108 castes. कितने कास्ट दिए गए हैं इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में? 1108 castes are listed in the Indian Constitution Order 1950. Okay, even this is important. This number is important. 1108 castes. You should remember as well as you should jot it down in your notebook. Next characteristic of Indian culture is intra-group differences. Now first let us understand what is intergroup and what is intra-group. Now I am writing it. Inter means between two. Inter का मतलब है between two. Say any between two groups or so on. Say I will write it. अगर if suppose I am writing here intergroup, अगर मैंने यहाँ पे ऐसे लिखा intergroup means between two groups. But which word I have written here on the slide? Intragroup. यहाँ पे मैंने क्या लिखा है? Intragroup. Intragroup means within that group. Now what is this? We are not going to consider this intragroup, intergroup. I just wanted to make you understand what is inter and what is intra. बहुत बार ऐसे आपने सुना होगा inter collegiate competition. Inter collegiate means between many colleges. So students belonging to any college can participate in that competition. Inter collegiate. Intra collegiate, within that college. कॉलेज के बच्चे ही पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं. So we have OASIS. OASIS is intergroup, intercollegiate competition, whereas Sanskriti is intragroup, intracollegiate. Intracollegiate within the college means only students belonging to our college, they should participate in Sanskriti, whereas in OASIS, students from other colleges can also participate. Now what we are going to consider here? Intra. Intra means what? Within that group. So there are many groups. Say for example, if we consider one religion, in that particular one religion, there are different groups, and those different groups, they have differences. एक religion में जो बाकी के communities होते हैं, those groups again they have differences. एक रिलीजन फॉलो करते समय ही जो अलग अलग ग्रुप्स हैं वो ग्रुप्स में भी डिफरेंसेस हैं. सपोज से हिंदू रिलीजन, इन हिंदू रिलीजन देयर आर नंबर ऑफ डिफरेंट many things are there. So suppose we can say Hinduism followed by South Indian people, Hinduism followed by people reside to the west side of India, east side of India, north side of India. Differences are there. So same religion followed by different people residing in the different area. Different groups are there. And those groups belonging to the same religion, they have differences. Okay. Even one simple example, say caste. If suppose one caste is there, अगर एक caste है, in that caste, again there are many subcastes. Many subcastes are there, and all those subcastes have differences. एक caste दूसरे caste से थोड़ी different है. Different in what? In what context? Different in the following religious practices. There may be slight changes in the languages, their clothing style, their food habits. Slight differences are there. So The next feature of Indian culture is intra-group differences. तो यहाँ पे देखिए आप इंडियन कल्चर कैसा है. इंडियन कल्चर में अलग अलग ग्रुप्स है, अलग अलग रिलीजन है, अलग अलग कास्ट है. ओके, वो भी डिफरेंट है एक दूसरे से. और एक रिलीजन अगर हम लोग कंसिडर करते हैं तो वो एक रिलीजन में भी डिफरेंसेस है. अगर एक कास्ट लेते हैं तो उसमें भी डिफरेंस है. इतना मतलब कॉम्प्लेक्स है इंडियन कल्चर. अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? समझ में आ गई आपको? यस स्टूडेंट्स, shall we move to the next point? Next is influence of Western culture. Now, Western people, they came to India. Western people say in 16th century, who came to India? Portuguese. Wait a minute, I'm not able to type. What happened? 16th century में कौन है इंडिया में? Sorry. In Goa, Portuguese arrived and they settled in India. So where they came, in which area they came? They came in Goa. Then in 17th century, who came in India? British, Dutch, as well as French people came and they settled in other areas of India. And after that, before 16th and 17th century, there was no Western culture influence on Indian culture. But after the 16th century, 17th century, Indian culture got tremendously influenced by Western culture. What happened after 16th and 17th century? Indian culture, it's say the food habits of Indian people, say clothing style, then education, their lifestyle, music, dance, everything. All, see, dance of Indian culture, food habits of Indian culture, the music, lifestyle, education, clothing, everything has got influenced. Influence हो गया मतलब क्या हो गया? Indian people started adopting the Western culture. Western culture, उनका जो clothing style है, for example, earlier, before the Western influence, Indian people, say especially men, they used dhoti and kurta. Correct. But once the Western people settled in India, they started using shirt and pant. Earlier it wasn't there. Correct. So that such kind of Western influence. Now, see, now we are eating a lot of different food habits of Western people, say pizza, burger. This is not part of our Indian culture. These are not our food habits. These are food habits of Western people. Correct. But we are following those food habits. Correct. And this is how Western culture has influenced our Indian culture. Next is contributions from the various races. There are different races in those have got settled in India. The first one is proto-Australoids. Let me type this and then I will explain. Second one is Dravidians. Third is Indo-Aryans. Fourth one is the Islamic culture. So these races got settled in India, and after that they influenced, they contributed a lot to the Indian culture. Now, what is the contribution by proto-astroloids? Especially they taught or they gave the art of pottery. Pottery पता है ना, मिट्टी के बर्तन कैसे बनाना. The art of pottery. Then how to cultivate, how to develop, how to cultivate, how to grow vegetables and food, fruits. How to develop vegetables and fruits. And especially these proto-astroloids, they developed the village culture. These proto-astroloids, they develop village culture, which was based on agriculture as the main occupation. So these proto-astroloids, they contributed in the form of by giving the art of pottery, how to cultivate vegetables and fruits. Even they developed village culture, and the main occupation in that village culture was agriculture. Next is Dravidians. Proto-astroloids, they develop village culture, whereas Dravidians, they develop city culture. They developed one city called Indus Valley. Okay, which was the city developed by Dravidians? Indus Valley. This city was developed by them, and especially Dravidian languages. Dravidian language is the mother of many South Indian languages such as Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam. Even Dravidian social norms, traditions are basically followed by many Hindus to perform different kinds of rites and ritual. जो Dravidians के rites and rituals है वो follow किए जाते हैं most of the time by Hindus, all the Hindus, to perform their different rituals as well as rites. Next is Indo-Aryans. Now, what is the contribution of this Indo-Aryans? Indo-Aryans, especially they contributed to Vedic literature. They developed ample literature, and especially this literature is the base for the Indian people in the past to get the ideas about socio-economic system as well as the religion as well as culture. Okay, even the different kinds of institutions, all the ideas they have got from this Vedic literature itself, how the society should be, how the economic structure should be, what are the religious practices should be followed. All the information, such kind of ideas are given by the Vedic literature by the Aryans, in the Vedic literature by the Aryans. Next is Islamic culture. Now, which kind of influence this Islamic contribution, Islamic culture is done to Indian culture? They have Islamic culture influenced the Indian society through architecture, their food habits, their clothing style, even the cuisine, the dressings, the dress. You might be fond of eating biryani. Are you? We all are. We all are fond of. We all are fond of biryani, kebab, and so on. Correct. So from where it has come? It has come from Islamic culture. Even the architecture, building ka structure, different building structures are there. And those are contributions of Islamic culture. So like this, various races, proto-Australoids, there are main 4 races which has contributed a lot to make the Indian culture rich. The first is proto-Australoids, second one is Dravidians, third one is Indo-Aryans, fourth one is Islamic culture. And what is their contribution? क्या-क्या contribution किया वो लोगों ने? Proto-Australoids, they contributed to the art of pottery, then how to cultivate vegetables and fruits, and they developed village culture. Next is Dravidians, they developed city culture, they developed the Indus Valley city. Even Dravidian language and Dravidian social norms, then their traditions are followed by the Hindus to perform various rites and rituals. Next is Indo-Aryans, they developed Vedic literature. Next is Islamic culture. They contributed to Indian culture through architecture, food, dress, cuisine, etc. Did you understand this? समझ में आ गए आपको? Any doubt you do have?